because a former director of the Gambia Prison Services, who is widely implicated for the deadly conditions of the Mile 2 Central Prison, denied responsibility for deaths of prisons as a result of the inhuman environment of the prison. David Colley acknowledged the fact that the life-threatening situation due to overcrowded cells, spread of diseases, among others, persisted under his leadership, but that it was government in general to blame, as he appeared before the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission on Thursday.
It is my duty. Can I come in? It is my duty. That's why I took up the responsibility of meeting the minister. So that government can provide funds.
When that project failed, what did you do to ensure that prisoners are no longer sleeping in toilets?
That's why I'm coming. It was Bojang, commissioner at CRR, Joitan. He was the man in charge as a minister. When Masan Sisi was moved out, so I took up that responsibilities and invited the minister. So he said, wait, I heard what you said. Now let me invite government. GPP, Nana, an independent doctor, and doctor including government doctors, to come with the prison visiting committee. Prison council committee. We came to a discussion.
About what?
About the living condition of prisoners. Overcrowding. So we visited the prisons. And I saw them all the facilities and the living condition of prisoners. So among them, each take a note of it. We came back to my office at the hall. We discussed the issue. They put up a recommendation, handed it to him. He took it to the high authorities. At the time, government gave funds.
On the aspect of food, Colley testified that inmates were served good food and that the disease called beriberi was a so-called sickness and as a result of food in the prison. His testimony appears in sharp contradiction of all victims of the Mile 2 Central Prison and a number of current and former prison officers who have appeared before the commission for the past few weeks. Yeah, that was a very interesting day. David Colley, he appeared before the commission yesterday to also narrate his own side of the story after he was implicated or allegedly done so many things at the Mile 2 Central Prison, whilst being the, I think the managing director, is it? How he was the
former.
Yeah, former director of the prisons. All right, so we deny all the allegations. Said basically ci lim wax na nag lu bëri so démba ñu bëri tamit comment nañ ci the way he was responding to issues. People have doubt on his responses and all that, but it was good to bring him on the platform and give me also the opportunity to respond to the allegations. Why and one side, foog naa ne tamit ñu ne ñu ngi jàpp ne sax dimbalewut boppam because dafa waroon a gën a appreciate ci nu ñu waroon a coordinate waxtaan bi mu wax ci li nga xamante ne xëy na bu ko waxee ñëpp nañ gën a understand li mu bëggoon a wax waaye he was struggling with the language and all that. Lan mooy sa jàngat ci démba testimony bu mu def.
Very well, David Colley. Demba, he was struggling because on several occasions the lead counsel or the chairman will stop him and say, if you're comfortable with your language, why not you speak that one? But he will insist that he is comfortable with the English, and the English he was struggling with it actually.
Indeed.
And another issue is most of the allegation levied against him, mom daf ko deny, ranging from the food in prison, ranging from how prisoners were treated, ranging from the cause of sicknesses, torture and all that. So daf ko deny ne plainly mom he was not aware of it, and it is even for the fact ne mom daf don jël xaalis leki mal to bi di ko yóbbu si këram loolu sax daf ko deny mu ne that is not an issue there. So why one thing that Lumwahne, which is very interesting, and people are posting about it and all, was because the reason for the cost of beriberi. Initially, he is not a doctor, so he didn't know, he have no idea about it, and then he turned and said the reason for that sickness is because of bug infestation at Malto Central Prison. So muneka lo hamne defa funny one torop bug infestation pour muna cause that sickness called beriberi. So David Colley dal mungi nonu. So many allegations were levied on him, and the last person, if I could recall, was the Baba Job, Tida Baba Job, who said that David Colley, how she bribed David Colley for the safekeeping of her husband and all, buying television generators and giving him a monthly allowance just to ensure that mom jikeram defa safe. But gis nañ ne all these things David Colley mom defa deny most of the allegations levied against him as the prison director. Why? Comme num ko neka di waxe dal, he was not aware of things that were happening under his watch.
As the head.
So surprisingly, he was the head of the prison, and most of the allegations levied against him is that he participated directly in those things that were happening for inmates in Malto Central Prison.
Very well. Non la demee su ko defee rek luñ cee wax mooy I think ne dafa war a ñëwaat ci commission bi mu continuer waaye right now they are on break, xamaguñ kañ la ñoo dellu si, but they promise to communicate, then Gambians or everybody will know kan la di hearing si di continue, because they are just finished and beneen session bi, so they are on a break at the moment.